everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Video Game Chooch podcast. I'm your host, John, and this is a normal episode, as you could guess by... Are we putting this out early? I don't think we are. This is
a bit, maybe.
Maybe on the Saturday beforehand.
Alright. Well, this is going to be a little bit early, and this isn't a normal episode in that we are also not talking about current releases or what we've been playing or anything like that. This is the E3 special, where we're going to be talking about what we predict and what we hope goes down at E3 this year. As you're listening to this, I'm pretty sure that myself, Michael, and Austin will all be in California raring to go. So in celebration of that, we have Michael on the show.
Hi.
Austin couldn't make it, but in their stead, we have Niall.
Hello.
And to round out the cast, and to also...
Jesus.
Well, to get you used to his ass, because he's going to be around for all of our E3 shenanigans, we have Mike Cosimano.
Hold on. It's been a while. Let me just... John Machonsky!
Oh, boy. Oh, that, like...
John Machonsky!
You know that shiver that you get up your spine when you step in a turd? That's what I just got.
No, how many turds do you step into?
Like, when you're walking around in your backyard and you're just like, oh, I accidentally stepped on a dog turd.
Nope.
Oh, like, that's what happened.
It's giving me agita.
Yeah.
It made me happy.
Giving you the itis.
I don't know, maybe I have a different Pavlovian response than the rest of y'all to that shit, because when I hear that, I just think, oh boy, here comes trouble.
A Dennis the Menace-esque figure has appeared on this podcast.
Yeah. So, how about we start off with you, Mike, because it's been a while.
It has.
And honestly, I want you to be able to... I mean, you're not going to be able to talk in too much detail about it, but you have a different role coming to E3 this year than you normally do. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, I don't think it's been much of a secret that I've been at the Los Angeles Convention Center this year a little earlier than normal, working on some stuff. I think, like, if... The pieces are out there. Much like a good murder mystery, you know, the answers are there if you know what to look for. But yeah, I'm going to be running a secret project that I'm very excited to get started. Lots of me sitting near my camera and just getting that recording happening, you know?
Awesome.
Lots of video stuff. To the point where... by the time you hear this, as of tomorrow, Sunday, June 5th, I will know the E3 secrets. I will know some of the E3 secrets. As of right now, the only thing I can exclusively confirm for VideoGameChooch.com is that the break room for the construction workers at E3 contains raisin bread.
Oh, what a scoop. That sounds
raisin
super
bread
good.
at E3.
Okay, hold on. One second.
Cinnamon
raisin bread?
Yeah, you know it.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man, those guys are taken care of.
Ubisoft will be there. This has been like the first E3 where I kind of get people's trepidation about E3, because E3 for us previously has been like, oh, it's, you know, we're going to do some press conferences, we're going to do like the show, and then we're done. But I've been working since Thursday, and I'm going to be working like pretty much every day until the show opens. It's been really exhausting, but in a fun, exciting way. To the point where I'm like, yeah, okay, this is really cool, but also I'm gonna fucking just nap after E3 is done. I'm gonna find a bed, and I will be Rip Van Winkle 2, the Squeakquel, and you will not be able to rouse me from my slumber. Not for all the Transformers in the land.
Thank God, he's finally dead.
Actually, the most terrifying thing about E3 so far is that as we were doing our dark business, this crowd, this gaggle of Anime Expo volunteers are all just like showing up at the LACC getting ready for meetings, wearing meme T-shirts and cat ears. Not wearing deodorant. So it's like I'm getting a flash forward to Anime Expo while I'm getting ready for E3. It was this weird confluence of events that makes me really just like scared to be in that area.
Mm-hmm.
They also don't like run the AC in the main areas while E3 is not happening. So in the case of the Anime Expo people, their stank is a little bit understandable, but on the other hand, just put it on. You're in Los Angeles. It's like 90 fucking degrees.
Yeah.
It's layers.
Buy
You gotta
deodorant.
put on layers of deodorant. You got antiperspirant. You gotta do that.
I have antiperspirant in like both of my bags. I have it in my like whole camera setup bag and my shoulder bag.
Gotta stay cool, gotta stay hydrated, and gotta stay stank free.
And as long as we're plugging, by the time you read this, no, never mind. By the time you read this, nothing will have changed.
All right. Never mind.
This is going up Sunday, you said, right?
This will go up this Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just follow my Twitter, and I'll tweet about it. I'll do something.
Okay. Sure.
But I'm excited to talk about E3 stuff while I still am unspoiled.
Yeah. Mike, you don't know anything yet. We don't know anything that the general public doesn't know. We've gotten some press invites to some things, but none of it's embargoed. You know, we haven't gotten any of those, like, come check out our unannounced game emails. You know, we're not that high up yet, but you know, we've gotten some invites. It's exciting. Michael, how about you talk about how you've been feeling to the run up to E3 and you know, how you expect to tackle this.
I'm prepping. I prefer to call it prepping.
Doomsday Preppers E3 edition.
I'm preparing a bunker in LA. It's the worst prepping idea to have.
It's so hot. Yeah. You should not have built a bunker.
It was the cheapest one they had.
Dude, there are earthquakes here like every day. This underground bunker is like not long for this world.
They said it was really sturdy.
Yeah, all right.
I'm ready to go. Like I tackled the very last little bit of stuff on my to-do list, and all I have to do now is pack. So
sure.
Yeah, I'm ready to go and kind of see what happens and see what we are able to do. You know, in previous years it's just been you and Mike and like a gaggle of others, but now it's going to be 3 Choochers and Mike. So I'm curious to see like what we can do, like what we can put together and what we're able to get access to when there's 3 of us pestering video game folk. So that's what I'm excited about, to see what kind of like any E3, like when you sit at home, you want to know what happens. Like you want to know like what transpires, but now the only difference is I want to know what everyone announces, and then I also want to know how we end up kind of taking it on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's very exciting. It's going to be a really good time. I don't think it'll be too rough if we all work together. Also, and we just roll with the punches. Yeah, what's up?
I want to drink a 40. So like it's like in and out. E3 and 40 are like tied for second.
There you
There's
go.
an all-night liquor store a block away from my apartment. I can help you with this.
Oh, great.
All right. Well, either the first night I'm there, or while we're waiting for John and Austin to arrive, we may have to go get 40s.
Can you get a ski mask for when you're drinking the 40?
I have many ideas.
Oh, God.
I have many ideas.
Just don't get us in trouble, or don't get in trouble with
We're not going to rob
TSA.
a bank.
Like,
I'm not going to bring this ski mask with me.
Going through the fucking TSA, just being like, oh, you got this mask. Oh, yeah, it's to drink a 40 online.
Also, John, they don't sell ski masks in Florida.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, fair enough.
What would you do with it?
Yeah.
Use it for malt liquor videos.
Turn down your air conditioning and enjoy? I don't know.
Yeah. So, Niall, I'll come to you really quick because, unfortunately, and I'm really sorry that you're not going to be able to come with us, but you and Ryan are gonna You're gonna hit the conference reporting They're just gonna go for it.
Yeah. We're I guess gonna be taking point the way Michael did last year, so we're gonna be tasked with corralling Scott and Ashley into, doing stuff, and I don't think we're probably gonna scale it down a little bit this year. I think, like last year, we were live tweeting and live blogging because we had more people on board, but
don't do that.
You don't need to do that again.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be the four of us for the duration of the press conferences, so we're just going to scale it back to, I think, just news and, covering the important points rather than just throwing every little comment possible out. So, it should be intense, like it should be a lot of work for the couple of days, but I'm looking forward to it anyway. Like,
it's fun. It's a weird. It is. It's a rush.
Yeah, you get like, once you get into it, like the adrenaline in a weird way starts pumping, and you're just kind of like, okay, let's just fucking do this. Let's just get this out. Let's just write everything up, get it out there, get the trailers out there, do our bit, and So yeah, but like, I'm kind of relieved that I won't have to do any podcasts or anything, because then I'd probably scream. But I think you guys are going to probably take care of those each night.
Yeah.
So I won't have to. I won't have to sit there with Ryan and talk and then try and get that up as well. So
don't sweat that.
Yeah. So it should be busy but manageable at least. So yeah.
All right, so let's just head right into our predictions.
All right.
We should. We're gonna try to be hopeful. This isn't a cynical show. We aren't too old and curmudgeonly.
Okay, so EA just comes out and they just drop Trow and take a big stinky one on stage, and they say "fuck the ESA" and walk off. That's my prediction.
Mass Effect 4, and they just walk away.
Yeah. Pele is hosting their press conference with the Hoop God.
Oh man, I hope the Hoop God shows back up.
7 hours long, and they never bring up video games.
Oh, so like the last one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Highway to the Danger Zone is just playing really loudly while they're trying to speak.
No, it wouldn't play constantly. It would just like play sporadically. It'd just be all of a sudden out of nowhere, just every once in a while, very loud. But so let's try to be a little hopeful here with what we're gonna be predicting.
Okay.
But at the same time, we should be realistic. Oh, let's have some fun, but also don't feel like they're gonna. No Beyond Good and Evil 2 yet.
Well, that's Ubisoft, so okay.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, let's start off with EA. Let's just go around the horn here and talk about things that we want to see or think we'll see from EA this year.
I mean, those are like two very different things. Do you want to like start with like a wish list and then go into predictions?
Let's start with what we know will be there, and then there's the gray area of like, will this show up? How many Star Wars games will be there? 10? 20?
Michael.
How many of them will be mobile? 90%?
Star Wars Mass Effect.
99%?
Hey, I would be really, really down with... Well, I mean, Star Wars Mass Effect is basically Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, I just like new KOTOR would not be unwelcome.
No, that would be...
That'd actually be pretty sweet.
I would burst something.
All right, folks. Here, I'm gonna read off what we have on the EA known quantities list, and then we can talk about what else we think will be there. So we know, or at the very least, are like 99% sure that the following will be at EA: Titanfall 2. I mean, that has been talked about for
a while,
so long.
That comes out this year.
They need to show that game. Yeah.
So that has to be there.
Mass Effect Andromeda. Definitely. I mean, that was supposed to come out this year, but they delayed it to next year. But they'll definitely have a trailer of some sort.
We'll find out what that actually is, probably.
They're gonna show off sports games. Duh. They're gonna show off that Battlefield 1. Of course. There is also gonna be those Star Wars games. We might hear... I kind of doubt that we're gonna hear from the Respawn team about their Star Wars game.
It sounds like they may have just really started doing that.
Yeah, but we'll probably hear from Motive, Amy Hennig and Jade Raymond's game.
That is the Respawn game. That's the same game.
No, it's not.
Respawn and Motive are working on the same game. Respawn is doing the game, and Motive is doing the story.
Are you sure? Because I could have sworn that there were two separate games.
Then there is... wait. Okay, Respawn is the Titanfall guys, right?
Yes.
Okay. Visceral and Motive are working on the same game. Respawn is working on their own game as well.
Yeah, okay. So Visceral and Motive's game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We might hear from that during the EA conference. The
new Battlefront? Whatever that is.
That new Battlefront. It might be an expansion or it might be a sequel. We don't really know.
What do you, since this is predictions cast, what do you guys think that is?
I kind of feel like it's going to be an expansion.
Yeah.
I could see that being like a $40, hey, we're going to finally put in story mode and we're going to let you play as all the characters from the new movie.
Yeah, we're going to put in content.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
We're going to make it a full game.
I'm trying to think of, what you could put in that you couldn't sell on DLC that is worth $40 to $60 and doesn't feel like you're screwing everyone else who bought the first one over.
I mean, I don't think that... they would probably sell a $60 full version or something with the new stuff bundled in, but I could just see them putting out a disc or just a download code or whatever that's just the Force Awakens pack, and you can play as Rey and Finn and Kylo Ren, and then you can go to Jakku, or no, you could go to Jakku already, but you can go to different areas and new skins, an old Han Solo skin, an old Leia skin.
That sounds like a bummer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm imagining they're gonna do.
Sure. All right.
And then these are more up in the air. Actually, we have Need for Speed on the list. If I remember correctly, there isn't going to be a new Need for Speed game this year.
They've said that?
Yeah. So Unravel 2 was recently talked about. I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be something that they're going to talk about, because they just announced that, that they started working on it.
Yeah, and Unravel only came out a few months ago, so...
Mm-hmm. There is, someone wrote Dragon Age on here. I kind of doubt that.
Yeah, I would be surprised. I would assume BioWare are going to be pretty hands-on deck with Mass Effect at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Are they could they do two things? Because they were doing they were doing Old Republic and doing Mass Effect at the same time. I imagine that's big enough.
Yeah, they do have multiple studios, but I could see maybe actually, but I would be surprised if Dragon Age was there anyway.
Sure. Here's what I'm gonna say. When EA was talking about all these new Star Wars games that they're putting out, they mentioned that BioWare is working on one. I would 120% not be surprised if they announced KOTOR 3.
Maybe.
That'll probably happen.
Be weird to have Mass Effect.
I think KOTOR 3 is going to happen.
Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of Mass Effect, and then also we're working on this different space shooty game. It's different. We swear.
Well, it's not going to be as space shooty because you're going to have a lightsaber, so you don't have a lightsaber in Mass Effect.
Yet.
Or maybe they're just going to say, hey guys, guess what? It's Mass Effect Andromeda takes place in the Star Wars universe now. And they're just going to walk out flipping everyone off. Who cares?
And they just yell money.
Yeah, we're going to make more money this way.
They come out to
another thing that's listed on here is that Crytek Extreme Sports / not Pilot Wings game. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Not last year, but the year before, when they weren't showing any games, they were just showing people sitting in their offices working on games. There was a game on the Crytek engine that was it was mostly art. It was just like dudes taking ATVs out the back of planes with like parachutes. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. I don't think that game exists anymore because Crytek barely exists, but
yeah,
that was a game they once showed.
That may have just been a tech demo too, though,
Yeah.
I don't even think it was a game. I think it was this thing someone at Crytek had thought up. Mm-hmm. And too many people said, that sounds good, and they just went with it.
Alright, well, yeah, let's now that we've gone through this list, how about we go around the horn and talk about what we expect to see. Since we started off with Mike at the beginning, let's just keep it in that order. Mike Casamano, what do you expect to see from EA? And yeah, how about we do what we expect, and then we also say what we want to see. Let's just do it both not at the same time, but just one after the other. So, Mike, what do you expect to see?
All at the same time, we all just start yelling, and then everyone says Skate 4 in unison? Fucking relax, John. I don't know, like, what I expect to see from EA is pretty much, like, all here, right? You have pretty much all their IP laid bare. You have Battlefield, you have their sports stuff, you have Mass Effect, Titanfall, Star Wars, Unravel. I mean, like, the only thing that I can think of would be a new IP,
Sure.
Like, something to add to this list. I could see Skate 4. Like, we joke about it, but I could see it.
Enough people have posted on their Instagram and have called their help desk while recording themselves.
God, that's such a good video.
I mean, that's a good video, but have you seen how many, like, 15-year-old teenagers will call up the EA support line and be like, are you guys working on Skate 4? And the poor support person just answers, we can't talk about that at this time, watch E3, and then they take that as, oh my god, they're gonna announce it at E3, and they start freaking out like they're fucking investigative journalists that just landed upon the scoop of the century.
God,
like,
oh man, I am going to watch all those videos back to back tonight instead of doing any of the work I have to do.
Good idea.
Yeah, I feel like that's a very adult of me, very mature. Laugh at 15-year-olds.
What is Black Box even working on? Because they did the Run.
Weren't they disbanded?
I don't. Sure, I don't know.
I think they were disbanded. Yeah, they were.
Okay.
All right, so nothing. Great, awesome.
Yeah, sure.
They just got kind of spread around to different areas of E3 or E3 EA.
So, Mike, what do you hope to see from EA?
I hope to see some restraint. I hope that, like, they learn from their past mistakes and show games that people can be legitimately excited for. Like, I don't want to see iteration, like with Battlefield Hardline, or tentative steps forward, like Star Wars Battlefront. For as much as I do like both of those games, selling them at E3 to that audience could not have been easy. And when I look at this list, I see stuff that I could get excited about. Like Mass Effect Andromeda is by far the most promising thing on this list, because in many ways it sort of forces them to go back to the drawing board and draw upon that imagination that they surely have at BioWare and make something cool and unique. But I look at this stuff, and we were sort of talking about the idea of a Battlefront expansion, like a story mode or like stuff from the new movies. That's not really what I want. And I don't think that's what really anyone else is looking for either, because what makes Battlefront, I hesitate to use this word, but what makes Battlefront acceptable to so many people is that it's a really solid multiplayer shooter. Like, it plays very well, and I did derive a lot of fun from it. But if you just, like, are offering me more of that same package, without any like deep mechanical expansion, I don't know that I can totally get excited for that. Unless you can tell me you have fucking space battles where you can like land your plane in the enemy ship and do some damage.
And then run over to their engines and just
Yeah.
throw the red grenades as they stick.
Hell yeah.
Like, for as much as I am just asking for the thing that I fell in love with so many years ago, something like that, some departure, some mechanical departure, would be really exciting. I want to be excited by EA's conference. And based on the past 2 years, I don't really know that I have the faith in EA to deliver that kind of excitement. Especially not with so many known quantities. Not just in terms of the stuff they have ready for the show, but in terms of what those games are and what we can expect from those series. Like, I don't think even people who like the Madden games or the FIFA games are going to be, like, crazy excited about their new ball handling physics this year. They just want to know if the players they like are going to be in it. And even when you have that demographic who will always buy those games, it doesn't take much to get them to buy them, and then even then they're sort of capped at a level of excitement that really wouldn't blow the roof off any place. So they have to come out swinging with something, not from like a monetary standpoint. They'll sell these games and they'll sell well, but in terms of like getting good press coming out of E3, which is sort of why you have these conferences. Let's be straight. They're not actually press conferences. They're presentations, and you need them to sort of drum up excitement for those games. If you can't get that buzz going out of your press conference, you'll have a hard remainder of the show.
It's really difficult for them, I think, this year because they are separate. Because not only, I mean, it's separate from the show and it's before the show, but it's the first thing. Like, you need to show something that impresses or resonates so that I or any other reporter or people watching at home
or people going to their off-site thing.
Yeah, like how do you keep someone reminded that, like, yo, Titanfall 2, Mass Effect Andromeda, when Zelda is 2 days later, when you then have Microsoft and Sony like waiting in the wings, or even Bethesda that night. Like, they need to be, and to like echo what you're saying, they need to be focused. Like last year especially, holy shit. Like, it needs to be an hour, and it needs to just, here's this game, look how awesome it is. Next, here's this game, look how, like, just needs to be a very focused press conference, and it really needs to just kind of blow people out of the water, rather than, I don't know, have this dude from ESPN come out, and I kind of recognize him. I follow that dude on Twitter. Cool. Like that's
Aaron
not.
Paul just like bows at the audience for a couple minutes.
Yeah, like does that little dumb hand thing. Like, great.
Yeah, he's like, wow, thanks.
Because like
That is an awful Aaron Paul impression.
All right,
That's not.
I wasn't
good.
trying that hard. But you know
Clearly.
what? Fucking whatever.
Stay tuned for the rest of E3, in which John Wachowski works on his Aaron Paul.
He's like Aaron Paul that sounds like a hair away from fucking Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wow. FIFA 17.
All right. So, Michael,
Yeah.
what do you expect to see from EA?
I expect a big Titanfall 2 push. Like, they have to be able to couch that as a Call of Duty and a Battlefield. Well, not a Battlefield competitor, because you have to distinct it from those two franchises, because those franchises are linked, even though they're not very similar. So it has to be something different, and I have to imagine that's what you maybe start the show with. Here's this game, you're gonna want it, even if you didn't play that first one. Dudes in mechs, and this mech has a knife, like whatever it takes. Somehow they maybe get the message across that, like, hey, this is from the dudes from Call of Duty, so you don't need to go buy Call of Duty, buy Titanfall, buy Battlefield, just buy EA shit. And then I expect like a big Mass Effect push. Like, that's what I think ends it. Coming next year, here's Mass Effect, here's gameplay, here's a trailer to get all you Mass Effect heads excited. I don't really expect surprises. I don't think EA is a surprises company. I think this is as much a like ultra hyped investor meeting as it is, a press conference or anything else. Here's their slate. I really hope they can stay focused, like I said, and I hope that I hope to see like 100 Star Wars games.
Is that your only hope, or do you have any other little things that you really want to see?
I like Madden, and I like FIFA, and I like pretty much all their sports games except for the basketball one, which is hot trash. I want to see those put their flag in this generation finally and say this is the standard, and I don't think they do that with all of their sports games all the time. Madden and FIFA get the focus. In fact, this generation it was FIFA, then Madden, and like NHL is left out in the cold, and NBA is never allowed inside the house. So I want to see that kind of get. I want to be excited about those games, like at all, because those games suck. Like those games are just trash. They perform terribly. The menus are clunky and slow. Like every time I buy one for used for like $20, it's just like I get my time out of it and I get my value out of it, but at the same time it just reminds me like, oh, I would never pre-order Madden. I would never go to a midnight launch. I would never buy this within the first week because there's never a reason to. Like, I'm not playing Ultimate Madden. I don't catch up with the day-to-day season. Like, I barely watch football on a weekly basis anyways, so I'm not going to buy Madden day one. So I would really like that to be an exciting part of the show instead of the part of the show where I go to the bathroom. So that's my hopes.
Sure. Thank you, Michael. Now, Niall.
John.
No,
Niall, you didn't say it right. It's John Machonsky.
John Machonsky.
Yeah, there you go.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Jonathan.
That was better.
Much better.
The life is being sucked from my body right now. I'm losing oxygen. But Niall, no. Why don't you hit us up with what you expect from EA?
Yeah, I think EA is sort of like, it's more or less a known quantity at this stage. Like you could almost look at what EA has that we know is going to be there and nearly script out the entirety of that press conference.
Yeah.
Like, you know that sports is going to take up the entire middle section of it. You know that they're probably going to end with either Mass Effect or Titanfall, and the other one is going to open it. You know there's going to be a pretty significant Battlefield push. You know there's going to be a push on Star Wars. Like, you just look at what they have on the docket, and you don't see much room for anything to squeeze in. And I can't see them really surprising us this year like they did last year when they brought Unravel out onto the stage and everyone was like, what is this? And it kind of stole the show for them. I feel like this year they maybe have more stuff to anchor the show. Like last year they were sort of like, okay, we got Star Wars Battlefront, what else do we have? Like, their show felt kind of disjointed in a lot of ways.
Do you expect to see another 25 minutes until Star Wars Battlefront?
Oh.
I think we'll see like
30 minutes until Mass Effect Andromeda.
I could see that happening. I think the placement of Battlefield and Titanfall,
I could not see that happening. Like, if they do that, then people tune out, and then they just know when to tune back in.
Yeah, but like I think the placement of Titanfall and Battlefield is going to be interesting because they're going to have to space them out to a certain degree so as not to create confusion among people who are only sort of side-eyeing the show, I guess. So I could see one opening, then sports, then the next, and then ending with Mass Effect. But yeah, I don't expect much in the way of a surprise. Like, I don't think it's going to be like it was 2 or 3 years ago where they went, oh, by the way, Mirror's Edge is coming back, or or here's Unravel. I think I would love to see some new IP from them. I would love to see them bring back Skate or SSX, but I don't see any of that happening.
I want that Call of Duty SSX they were talking about a while back. I want that thing.
That's pretty much what they released the last time. Like, that last SSX was not an SSX game, but
I don't think because of that last game, I don't think you'll see an SSX anytime soon.
I don't think you will either, and I don't think you'll see a Skate as much as that would be amazing. Like, I expect zero surprises from EA. I really hope that this year we don't get Pele, or we don't get the Hoop God, or we don't get any whiplash like we did with Plant vs. Zombies last year. Like, I hope they've learned their lesson from where they went wrong last year, which was like everywhere.
It's like the subtitle for EA, though, right? I hope they learned their lesson.
Yeah, true.
And the twist is they never do.
Yeah. No. But if they trot out Pele to talk for 20 minutes again, or the Hoop God comes out again, I'm gonna scream. Like, I'm just
Hoop God. God, I really just want to see the Hoop God now. Like, I don't understand why. A part of me just wants to see him and hear him
you're
say,
gonna be there
"It's
in
me,
person. You're gonna
the Hoop God."
Your eyes will lay upon him.
Yeah, you can hang out with him in person. Just don't get him on the stage again. Like,
I mean, I don't know how to tweet him because they put out his wrong Twitter, so I don't even know who he is.
We should find him at E3 and just like bring him back to Mike's apartment, and we're just gonna fucking we're just gonna hang out the Hoop God. He's gonna be like, isn't this supposed to be a party? And we're just gonna be like, this is the party.
Yep. It's 4 boys drinking 40s.
Help me finish this lemon vodka, Hoop God. You seem like a man who drinks lemon vodka.
Oh, how upsetting.
The interesting thing about Battlefield to me is, like, it seems like DICE or EA or whoever's making the decisions on this series has sort of figured out the same thing that Activision has with Call of Duty, and that you can't do Modern Warfare ad infinitum, but they seem really unwilling to go to the future. Like, Hardline was sort of like them dipping their toes in that water with, it's something different, kind of. It's cops, you can arrest them. And now they're going to World War I, and they just don't want jetpacks. That's the one thing apparently EA will not do with Battlefield. Like, I get why, like, because they have Star Wars Battlefront, right?
And they have
like,
Titanfall.
Yeah. And Titanfall,
but I mean, Star Wars Battlefront in particular is very much a Battlefield-esque game in the future with all that shit. And if they go that route with Battlefield, then they risk muddling their market. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, who fucking Battlefield 1? I can't see it. I can't follow them down that road.
I'm interested in it, but there's so many caveats to Battlefield 1, like, and I think someone who appreciates history and someone who knows, like, some of the actual things that happened, and, like, knows how I've heard how Europeans reacted to that not favorably. It's kind of like, it just makes me wonder.
It's not even like a war where America looks all that great.
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
What? Nobody does. A lot of people, more than one side used chemical warfare. Like,
yeah, it is not World War II where you have a very distinct. Mm-hmm. These dudes are motherfuckers. Like, it's a very grey.
Which is why people have made so many fucking World War II games, right? Is like
it's an easy line to draw, but
absolutely, but
that doesn't exist with World War One, and the nature of the way World War One unfolded doesn't necessarily lend itself to a super fast-paced action like first-person shooter. It's a lot of long, drawn-out, depressing trench battles and a lot of a lot of old-timey warfare mixed in with like very rudimentary like gunplay and it doesn't
have no options.
Yeah,
they can't go to like any other fictional war because it can't be a modern fictional war. They've been doing that with like Battlefield Modern Combat and then 3 and 4, and they can't do like a futuristic fictional war because for the reasons we listed earlier. So like their options are Battlefield like World War One, Battlefield World War Two. God help you, Battlefield Vietnam, and then Battlefield Primal, where you're just in a fucking cave throwing sticks at each other.
Battlefield Korea. It's like,
Yeah, like you have one option if you don't want to be tasteless, and that's, I guess, World War II. But like everything else, you got to be careful, or you'll straddle that line in a way that won't work out so well in a decent amount of markets.
Folks, I'm sorry, but let's move on from talking about Battlefield.
Sure.
Shit, please.
All right.
So as for myself, for EA, yeah, I think I'll just agree with y'all and say that what we talked about is what to expect. EA isn't exactly a mystery this year. But I will say that the chance of a new KOTOR interests me, because those original KOTOR games did not age very well, so I would love to see something new from that. So Bethesda, let's start getting through this a little quicker. This is going to take a while. So Bethesda, here,
just go. Just start
no,
going.
No,
just read that list.
I know. I'm trying to think if there's a way that we could do this faster.
6-hour E3 predictions podcast.
No, I know. I'm trying to make sure that it's not that. I'm sorry.
Just
right?
read the list of things.
Yeah,
here's the things we know are going to be here. Here's the things we aren't sure.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, what do you expect? Like, just
Okay. All right, I know.
And also, it doesn't need to be like, and what do you hope? Like.
Okay,
I think
fine,
we both know.
fine,
we all know
fine.
how to do this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. So Bethesda. Here is what is on the list. The two things that we have nailed down are Dishonored 2, obviously, and they're going to talk about something Elder Scrolls, whether it be Elder Scrolls Online or maybe a new actual mainline Elder Scrolls game. They're going to talk about Elder Scrolls. The stuff that we have with question marks next to them are Prey 2. I'm not 100% sure about that. Battle Cry, which they're going to show that, but nobody's going to care.
Did that come out? Is that out?
No.
All right, then.
Wolfenstein 2, which I think they'll show that. I can see that. A new Evil Within game, which I really doubt. And a new Quake. So Mike, how do you feel about Bethesda? Do you got any? I
think we should cut Evil Within from this list. I don't think it hangs with the rest.
Oh no, Evil Within, Game of the Year material.
Yeah, I think Evil Within won't make the top 10.
Damn it.
God, man, Bethesda having a conference confirms that they have something. It confirms they have at least one surprise, and they think they have something worth
big
announcing with an IP that already exists. If we're going with their last year's show, I think three things. I think they have like 3 games they want to talk about. I think Dishonored 2 is definitely one of them. I think they do something with Elder Scrolls Online. I don't think it's a full-on game yet. I think Wolfenstein 2. I think maybe. I mean, yeah, they'll talk about Battlecry. Yeah, Dishonored 2, Elder Scrolls, Battlecry, Wolfenstein 2. I don't think Evil Within, because I think that game fucking sucked and nobody bought it, nobody liked it.
Yeah.
I think Prey 2 is never, ever, ever going to happen.
Never.
And I don't think they make a new Quake, because I think that sphere is pretty saturated as it is.
And Doom just came out.
Doom just came out, but then you also have like Lawbreakers, you have Paragon, you have Battleborn, you have Overwatch. There are a lot of multiplayer shooters coming out, and that's even before you factor in mainstays like Call of Duty or Battlefield or Battlefront. If people want to shoot a gun online, even if they're big Quake fans, they have a lot of fucking options. And I don't think Quake fans are the demographic they once were, so you can't really sell to them either. And then you have this case of like, well, we're trying to sell this game in a super crowded market with a name that people recognize, but maybe doesn't hold the same cachet it once did. So I think, that's my predictions for Bethesda. Dishonored, Elder Scrolls Online thing, Battlecry, Wolfenstein 2.
Okay. Michael, how about you?
I don't know. Like that's an like
I mean, we all don't know.
Yeah, but I know I don't even have because last year I remember thinking oh, it's cool that they have a press conference. They won't be here next year, and then they said, well, hey, we're going to be there this year too. It's like, wait, why? Huh? All right then, what do you have? So Dishonored 2, sure. I assume you say the word Elder Scrolls at some point. I don't know what for. Battlecry, I guess they'll talk about it. I don't care about that. I guess you could wait 10 minutes talking about that if you wanted to. But yeah. I don't know. I want another Wolfenstein. I don't know how well that first one sold. It seemed to have a slow burn with a lot of people. A lot of people didn't really get to it right away. I wonder if that second expansion was sort of a test balloon to see if people were still interested, or if that first one was a fluke. This is, I think, the only one that I'm just stumped on, where I don't know what fills up an entire hour for them, which kind of makes me happy. I know they supposedly have a new AAA title IP, but it makes me happy that I can't automatically just go fill in all the numbers, and that's Bethesda. So I also kind of don't expect a lot, because if I can't think of something I don't know if they really have a Prey 2 waiting in the wings to make me go, oh, okay, cool. So yeah. I really don't know. I would hope for a new Elder Scrolls, but I don't expect it.
All right, Niall, how about you?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very tight press conference. I could see this being just get it out, get it done, an hour, no wasted time. Because I don't see them having a ton of stuff. You're going to see Dishonored 2, but is it too early to announce more Elder Scrolls, a new Elder Scrolls? Maybe. I could see them maybe saying, here's a new Fallout expansion, or here's...
Or they announce whatever Obsidian's doing.
Yeah, they could they could do that. But I don't expect a ton of stuff. I expect their main 2 or 3 games, and we'll get a decent amount of time spent with those, and then they'll move on. They're not going to announce fucking Wet 2 or anything like that. So unless they have some...
What if they announce Wet 2?
I wish. But unless they have some new IP up their sleeves, I don't know. I can't see too much out of this.
I think this is going to be a holding pattern year.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then they have to have gotten this slot from the ESA and said, all right, then they needed it last year for sure.
Yeah,
so I wonder if this year they're going to utilize it to sell Dishonored, and then next year whip out and plop on the table Elder Scrolls, and then do the same thing with Fallout and kind of suddenly say, yo, it's real.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
As for myself, I don't know. See, the thing is that when Fallout was announced, that came out that same year. I could see Bethesda using this this year as kind of a holding point, being we still have this space, don't take our press conference away from us. But I also wouldn't be too surprised if there wasn't just a little tiny teaser about a new Elder Scrolls game. I'm not saying a full-on trailer, because of course a new Elder Scrolls game would not be out this year, but I could see them just being we're gonna make another one of those, just have a 6 pop up on the screen and it say Elder Scrolls, more information next year or some shit like that. I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened, but other than that, yeah, it's just gonna be what we've already seen, and they're holding their spot. That's what I think they're doing. So, alright, next up we got Microsoft. Alright, so here is what is pretty much confirmed. We have, for games at least, we have ReCore, Halo Wars 2, Cuphead, Below, Ion, Sea of Thieves, Gears of War 4, Crackdown 3, Scalebound, and a new Forza game. And then afterwards, some games that are kind of up in the air. I've heard some talk about Dead Rising 4, which is pretty exciting. I don't know why Tomb Raider's on this list. Tomb Raider just came out last year, but
I've heard rumors like a month or two ago that someone was saying there was a new Tomb Raider coming.
jeez.
I can
Or
see a new
in-
Tomb Raider DLC or expansion, but
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
coming next year. Who knows?
I don't know. A new Alan Wake game.
nope.
All right, I could see them announcing. I would
Nope.
hope they announce that, but
Nope.
I kind of doubt
They
it.
just shipped Quantum Break.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough. And maybe some information on that Phantom Dust game.
Nope. I remember thinking nope while I wrote Phantom Dust in that doc.
And then as for hardware, the Xbox 1.5
Yeah,
slash
we have like a
Slim
whole other
slash
hardware
Scorpio.
category.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to talk about HoloLens. Maybe they're going to talk about if that Xbox 1.5 slash Scorpio can support Oculus. And maybe we'll find out if there's going to be a price drop that is, consistent or,
Permanent.
isn't a permanent, So, Michael, what do you think about Microsoft's press conference? What
Oh,
do you
me?
expect?
I'm starting this
Yeah.
time? Oh.
God damn.
Yeah, how about you start this one? Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
because you said Michael. That's me.
That's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
I for sure expect a Slim. I think the cat's out of the bag on that one. I'm really curious if they show up with Scorpio. You have to know that PlayStation has VR. If PlayStation has VR, pretty good chance they're gonna talk about their upgraded console, so that people aren't scared that their new ones can't handle it. But also, you want to sell the new one. I don't know. That's tricky for Sony, and we'll get there. But do you confuse the market and have the rumors persist that there's a Scorpio, that there's this 6 teraflops waiting in the wings, or do you just say, hey, here's Slim. It looks better. It looks like a real VCR did in 1998. It just looks better and runs quieter. Like, do you just talk about that and move on to games, or I don't know what they do there. That'll be interesting, and I kind of bet they don't know either right now. I bet that's sort of something that'll flip-flop between now and then. As terms of games, I think Xbox, last year especially, and this year, if they can keep it going, have the best slate of first-party games, only maybe short of Nintendo. And even Nintendo, especially this year, Nintendo don't get shit, so... If you're looking for a console and you want a console to have exclusive games, it's the Xbox. Like Halo Wars, Forza Horizon 3, which is what I assume the new Forza is. Like Gears of War, Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3. Like that, they have easily 6 games that are exclusive, and I don't know how you have those games, assuming they're all ready. Like Gears of War should be ready, Crackdown 3 should be ready, should get at least more info about Halo Wars 2. There has to be a Forza out this year, so that's Forza Horizon 3. Like, Cuphead looks dope. Recore, maybe this year, I don't know. Scalebound looks awesome. Like, if they just get their head out of their asses, this could be a really, really good year for them. They could just walk game after game out on that stage and say, this is Xbox only, fools, and then just smash a PS4 and just take a shit on it. Pretty much all the press conferences, someone drops Trow and takes a big hot one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually, out of all of these things, I think I'm most excited about Sea of Thieves. Because I want to see Rare do their Rare thing, and I want to be a pirate. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
back.
I'm excited for Microsoft. I hope it's awesome, because that's early in the morning, and I'm gonna have to wake up for it.
It'll wake you up.
We'll be on fucking
All the
Pacific
cool
time.
games.
Relax.
Wake up.
So, Mike,
Finally.
there you go. Yeah, you had to wait your turn a little bit. How about you? What do you think?
every time someone says the words Forza Horizon 3, I just activate. I just gain another year of life. So thank you, Michael, for counteracting the fat burger I had earlier today.
I did it twice. I said it twice.
Oh man, I'm gonna live forever. God damn, I want Forza Horizon 3. I fucking love the Horizon sub-series so much, as has been well documented on this website and elsewhere. Very well documented. I mean, Microsoft, I think, has the most to lose out of anyone at the show, because in theory they have a really strong lineup, both in terms of hardware and their software exclusives. So if they can come out and have all this stuff, like you said, Michael, be totally exclusive and have it all look great, and be the first people to do all this stuff, I think that's great for them. I think that will end up helping them in the long term, even if Sony does come out with some awesome stuff later on in the show, like they did last year, where Microsoft had backwards compatibility. They were like, bam, we got this. And then you see Sony coming with stuff like The Last Guardian, the Shenmue Kickstarter, the Final Fantasy remake. But the key difference there being that Microsoft's backwards compatibility has been out for a while and has been working great, while Sony has these games that are still sort of up in the air. So they have that initial flash in the pan goodwill, but I feel like Microsoft is working on something that's more long-term and more lasting.
Yes,
that might not even help the Xbox One, but will definitely help them going into hypothetically the next system. Because I feel with the Xbox 1.5 or the Scorpio or whatever, that could be Microsoft saying we're just going to do incremental Xboxes. I don't know that that's the smartest play. I don't know that tying your brand to the Xbox One permanently is the best solution. Because even though I think that console is great as it is right now, it still has a little bit of a sour taste for a lot of regular Joes. So I think they, in my humble opinion, they should use some of this goodwill to build up the next Xbox, buy themselves a whole bunch of years with the Xbox One, make that a solid platform that people can rely on for a while, and then jump into the next full iteration. So then they have people saying, well, that Xbox One platform lasted a while, so I'll get this one knowing that it'll be a console I can have for many, many years with great games on it. And I think that's what they need to pull off at E3 this year. In terms of the games that we have on this list right now, I want to see what Scalebound is the most. I want to see some fucking UI. I want to see that game in what must be some kind of finished state. Sea of Thieves, I agree, sounds dope. Recore, I want to get a look at. The rest of the stuff, I've played Cuphead. It's cool. It's like a boss rush thing. Not exactly what I was looking for from that game. I've cooled on it considerably since getting my hands on it.
I'm the opposite, actually, because that game scratches a very particular Neo Geo era itch for me. So I'm into that.
Oh, I bet, John. I bet you're into that. Alan Wake's not happening because they just shipped that game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if there are any surprises here.
I mean, of course, they're one of the big three, and they have a press conference. We'll see one cool, crazy thing. I just don't know what that IP is. I think they'll try and bite Sony's flavor a little bit with their own surprise return. It won't be Phantom Dust.
Battletoads.
Fuck you.
No.
I don't think they make a new Battletoads. I think they just keep milking that IP for nostalgia's sake. No one wants a new Battletoads.
Except for me.
Deadly Premonition 2.
You're wrong.
That's what I'm saying right now. I'm saying someone announces a new Deadly Premonition at this convention.
Or they just fucking continue D4, for God's sake.
Nope. They cross over at the end. It's like a kiss, kiss, bang, bang. The cases are connected.
All right.
But Swery isn't working at the moment, so...
That's never stopped people before.
You can't have a Deadly Premonition without Swery. You can't.
That's true. What is he doing? He's just taking a vacation?
He had some health related issues that he's on sabbatical right now, I believe.
Goddamn. Rest in peace, Swery.
Don't say that.
He's not dead.
Rest in health.
Jesus Christ.
Rest in health.
Yeah, you should rest in hell, Mike. Jesus.
I didn't say hell and health.
Oh, I thought you said hell.
I would never say that about swearing.
No, I thought you were saying that about Mike.
Jesus.
Oh, well.
Jesus.
Okay.
This is the
So
worst
Niall.
Abbott and Costello
Niall.
routine ever.
Hi.
Niall,
Hi.
what do you expect from Microsoft's press conference?
My save.
Yeah. Well, like, first of all, I think the thing we've kind of maybe skipped over so far is that I don't expect them to have too much stuff that is Xbox exclusive. It'll be console exclusive, but they seem to be pushing towards having all their exclusive games also come out for Windows 10.
Sure, I mean,
there's been
Xbox exclusive might as well mean Windows exclusive, Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah, like, where the future of the Xbox as a platform goes, I think, is the interesting question for me going into this. Like, does Xbox eventually just become sort of almost like a Steam interface, where the Xbox One as we know it is essentially a Steam machine of sorts, and you're playing Xbox branded games through your Windows 10 machine or whatever. Like, I think
you kind of already are.
Exactly. Like, I just wonder, like,
it.
how far they're going to go with that. Like, if they're going to try and move to sort of unify the two platforms in a weird way. I don't expect to see anything with HoloLens, but I do think they will announce something with Oculus. Like, they more or less sort of have already kind of tipped their hat that that's going to happen.
Here's my question. Do they go with, like, an Xbox-branded Oculus to compete with PlayStation VR at that price point? Or they just say, hey, the Oculus you already have works with our thing? Or both?
I could see them doing both. I could see like a more bare bones version of the Oculus that runs like on just the Xbox as it is now. But I could see them also. I could also see them going like, okay.
Well, I mean, like,
if
how
you
do
have
they
an
split
Oculus,
that
it's going to
platform,
work.
though?
Yeah, like maybe with a power brick like the PSVR is going to have or something.
I think all those concerns and questions are next year, and I think it's the Xbox Scorpio. I think it's bundled together. I think they just say, here's the Xbox One Elite. It comes with Oculus. Here's what's replacing our high price point. Here's the really high SKU.
Sure.
Also, Xbox One Slim or Xbox One Slim, $299. And you just say Xbox Elite, whatever you want to call it. That plays all your old games, Xbox One and Xbox 360, because that's all backwards compatible. And then it's Oculus compatible, and it plays all these new games like crazy, y'all. If you do that, if they manage that, I think that's a hole in the side of Sony's ship. Because to say, hey, this almost essentially a new console is backwards compatible 2 generations, but it's also not a new console because we don't want you to think that. Also, it does VR. Also, it's 6 teraflops. Also, none of you know what that means. Don't worry, we don't either. Also, it's $5.99, or I guess that would be
that's the kiss of death.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of
the pricing on that is the key.
You'd have to sell this at a pretty steep loss, unless chipsets in whatever Scorpio is just so cheap. Because the Oculus in itself, we know, is how much, $799. So if that's $300 to make, $400 to make, like that's half. That's a console.
Unless
that's
they're running
PS4.
this Scorpio thing off like Polaris architecture, which they're not. Like it's going to be
that'll be. I think that's all next year. So that'll be maybe, unless they bite the bullet. But I think they want another year of.
Unless they want to
steady as she goes.
Unless they want to like blindside Sony, I could see them holding off on the Scorpio too.
Maybe force Sony to do the Neo stuff now.
Maybe
though I bet
force their hand a little. Yeah,
I bet that story when that broke is what forced Sony.
Yeah.
Anyways,
probably.
So.
Yeah. Anything else, Niall?
Games wise, I really want to see what Recore is in motion. Like, I want to see some actual gameplay, because the concept of that looks really, really awesome. but I'm so worried about what it's actually going to turn out to be, especially with Concept working on it. I'm just kind of like, oh, this could be really cool, but Concept, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves, I agree, like, looks like it could be something really special. I'm interested to see what Scalebound is, but I'm less interested than I once was, given Platinum's fairly inconsistent record as of late.
I mean, they made the Game of the Year last year, so I don't know what we're fucking worried.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, Platinum's Tales from the Borderlands. Yeah,
Some funny way of saying Transformers Devastation over an island.
Suck my dick. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fucking... I'm feeling so attacked right now.
You should.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill you.
That was like pure ire.
In less than a week, your corpse will happen.
That's your E3 prediction?
Yes, that's my true E3 prediction. My Kazumana was death, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Niall. Anything else?
Other than that, there's not a lot that we know about that I'm super excited for from Microsoft. I can't muster up any enthusiasm for Halo Wars or for Gears of War or Crackdown or...
No.
I'm not a driving games fan, so Forza doesn't do it for me. So I'm hoping that we see some kind of new IP that, is interesting.
Sure.
But otherwise, not a lot there for me.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about I'm still really into Cuphead. I want to play that game real bad, but probably play it on PC, but I'm still interested in Scalebound. I'm not that worried because it's Kamiya's game. Like,
sure.
We'll touch on it later, but of the Platinum games that I'm worried about, it's more Nier than Scalebound because I trust Kamiya. I really trust Kamiya. But, it's up in the air. But no, yeah, I want to be surprised by Microsoft too. I don't have as much of a horse in this because I know you three have Xboxes. I don't. But, I might eventually, after I move and after I get more money coming my way, that might be something I can look into, especially if the Slim is cheaper. If they take out some of the stuff and make it like a nice, cheap console, I might hop on that.
The Slim will not be cheaper.
Well,
it will replace the lowest SKU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if the price that the Xbox One is selling for right now is what the Slim is selling for, that seems like a good deal to me. So, we'll see. And also, yeah, I want to actually see ReCore with my own eyes, and pray to God that Deep Silver doesn't do the trailer for it.
E3
so
prediction,
Ubisoft.
Mighty Number 9, not good.
Yeah, there you go. So Ubisoft. Ubi, whatever. So Ubisoft, here's what we know. Watch Dogs 2 is going to be there. We know this for a fact. I mean, they actually came out straight out and said, yes, it's going to be there.
I have had that on that dock for longer than those sunglasses. So
before that influencer fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Influencers.
Damn those engagements.
Of course, they're going to talk about that new South Park game. They're going to talk about For Honor. They're probably going to announce another Just Dance game. They have Ghost Recon Wildlands. And it says new AAA IP. Who put that on there?
They have specifically said that they will have a new AAA IP.
Okay.
I don't know what that means exactly. I could think I do, but who knows what they think that means.
Yeah, a story that Kotaku ran a little while back where Jason Schreier was like, "Yeah, I know what their new IP is."
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it yet though.
Vivendi presents.
Sure. And then for the up in the air things, the Division DLC, which I think actually got leaked today.
I believe it did, yeah.
Oh,
we'll see
that's
that.
news
There
to
you
me.
go.
We'll see that. A new Trials game. Sure. Maybe they'll talk about Assassin's Creed. I could see that. They have the movie. They might just show like a trailer for the movie. But, they're taking a year off this year, but that doesn't mean that they can't be like, hey, next year we got a new one coming out, especially after all those leaks happened. I'm sure that they want to just get out there and talk about it now. And then also something that has an actual soul and a sense of artistic purpose.
Good luck.
Which who knows with
Beyond
Ubisoft.
Good and Evil 2.
Shh.
I kind of want to put that down.
Yeah, a fat chance. How about we start with you this time, Niall? What do you feel about Ubisoft?
I feel like I do not give a fucking shit about anything on this list.
Fair enough.
For the last 3 years,
What are you reading, NeoGaf?
For the last 3 years, they have put out nothing that I've cared about. Like the last game Ubisoft made that I had any interest in was Child of Light, and I'm just sick of the Ubisoft formula for games. I'm sick of Tom Clancy games. I want them to show me something
He's
new.
dead, Niall. Have some respect.
I want to
Rest
see
in peace.
something new and something that breaks their formulas that they have been, their templates that they have been making games by for years. And if they don't, then I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Fuck them.
All right. Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. I would basically echo the same thing. Yeah, nothing on here really makes me. If you want to make me holler, Ubisoft, make something new.
Give me $1.
Kazumano, how do you feel about anything on here?
Obviously better than the rest of you. The Division came to me at a time where I needed a video game that I could just kind of play in between spurts of trying to graduate.
Yeah.
And I ended up really enjoying it, legitimately outside of it filling that void to the point where I would group up with friend of the site Andy Clare on the reg and just play some Division. It's pretty dope. I think that game has the potential to have some fucking legs. So any new DLC for the Division really rankles my haunches.
Never say that again.
I still like Assassin's Creed. I liked Syndicate a hell of a lot. I played For Honor at PAX last year, and I liked that enough too. That game's got a weird kind of MOBA rock paper scissors feel with a Dark Souls aesthetic. I hate South Park with the fraction. Oh no, fuck. I hate South Park with the power of 1,000 suns. I think it is a terrible blight on culture. I will not play this video game. I like Watch Dogs. I don't mind any of these IPs, and if they come out and they're good and they remind me of the parts of the other games that I liked, I'll be fine. Ubisoft for me is a solid 8 out of 10 publisher, and that they're kind of hovering around that as an average for me in my brain. When I think an Ubisoft game, I think, okay, this is probably good, not great. This will be a good, fine time that I enjoy and then put on the shelf, unless it's Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or something where I'm yeah, this is a really cool fucking game.
Yeah.
Or I guess in the case of the Division, I really like the Division a lot. Was Valiant Hearts Ubisoft?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I like that game a lot too. I could see them making a new UbiArt game this year or something sort of along those lines. A Valiant Hearts 2, they just come out Valiant Hearts 2, suck it, EA! We made a World War I game people actually liked!
We're gonna treat this war with dignity, biatch!
Yeah, that's how Aisha Tyler's gonna go. Fuck, I really fucked up her name. Let me try that again. I'm tired, you guys. I've been up since 5 in the morning.
Good, let's keep you up.
Yeah. Aisha Tyler. That is her name. She's gonna swear a lot and
probably.
Yeah. No, she's a good host. She's good at hosting shit.
She's very good.
Sometimes.
She is. I think she is top tier.
A lot of companies could take some hints from hiring someone who knows how to talk into a microphone.
Mr. Caffeine coming back.
Oh fuck! I wish.
All right.
Oh,
Jamie Kennedy.
Let's watch some goddamn Mr. Caffeine right now.
Right?
Maybe later. Michael.
Yeah.
How
Hello
about you?
there. Me?
Yes. How do you feel about Ubisoft?
I'm
their press conference.
I'm into it. I think another crack at Watch Dogs is certainly in order. Like, look at the disparity between Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2. Like, what Assassin's Creed 1 promised, and then what Assassin's Creed 2 delivered. And then what Brotherhood fucking hit you over the fucking head with a bottle.
Sure.
Like, I want to see Watch Dogs really, come at it with some
into their own
ferocity. Yeah, I want to see what that game becomes. I don't know if it'll become anything that I want to play, but I want to see where they move it to. For Honor is another game I'm really curious about. That seems like something that breaks their mold a bit.
Definitely, if you guys get an appointment for that, definitely try and go see it.
Yeah, that's high up on my list of, like, I'm really curious about that game, and I want to see what that turns into as well. I'm interested in Ghost Recon. I think out of the 3 Tom Clancy games that they are putting out, that's the one that probably is more in line with my interests. Like an open world, maybe kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like GTA-ish kind of game where, like, approach this how you want, and, like, here's some missions to do. It's open world, have fun. But I think I echo pretty much what Mike says of, like, the Division's going to be in there because that sold a shit ton, so they're going to talk about it. I wouldn't be surprised if Assassin's Creed got, like, a HD remake, like of 1, 2, and Brotherhood. Here it is. But yeah, I don't know what to expect always out of Ubisoft, so that's what makes me kind of interested every time.
Alright.
Because sometimes you walk away and it's like, yeah, there was laser tag, great. And sometimes you walk away and there's Valiant Hearts and, For Honor pops up, or so you come away with something, like, worthwhile. So I don't know. It's one of those ones where I start to zone out a bit during it, and I only listen for 10%, but that 10% could be fucking gold.
Sure. Alright, so Sony. Here's what we know will be there. The Last Guardian. Because that's going to come out this year.
Yeah, right.
I do not believe you. I will not believe you until I have a copy of that game in my hand.
Alright, well, let's see. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Horizon Zero Dawn. It says Destiny 2 on here, but it's probably just going to be the Destiny expansion.
Right, yeah. That all happened recently.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Boundless. I don't even remember what that is.
I think that's a VR game.
Sure.
Some of these are VR games.
Yeah, Matterfall. Again, no idea. Dreams. It's the, I'm blanking on their
Media
name.
Molecule.
Media Molecule, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Riggs.
That is definitely a VR game. If you don't remember that demo or that trailer from last year.
I don't remember it.
It was like dudes in mechs, esports. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Robinson the Journey.
That's another. That was another
VR. Okay.
VR game.
Gran Turismo Sport. Wild. And for Niall, Detroit.
Oh yeah. Game of the show.
Fuck off.
And then for things we don't know, maybe they're going to talk about Shenmue again. Maybe they're going to talk about an actual Gran Turismo sequel. And then someone wrote John Machonsky Kickstarter in here, and Niall added "Hell yeah, my dude" next to it. So,
are you published by Sony, or are they just helping out? Like, you communicated that poorly during the stage show. I'm not sure.
Could you all be professional for one fucking minute?
Okay, so what are we kickstarting? Like a John Machonsky game, or just like the man? Like we just give him like a cool 15K?
I mean, actually, I would love a cool 15K. Chooch would be in a pretty cool way if that happened.
A game. It'd be a John Machonsky game.
Okay,
it's a visual novel.
As long as I get cut.
Going to make a John Machonsky game.
Yeah, I was actually thinking it'd be an adventure game, but there's no actual solution to most of the puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Casamano will remember that.
Corky will remember that.
100% of players let Corky fall down the well.
Jonathan, help me! My name is Jonathan. Just step on your fingers.
It's not even an option.
Alright, and then as for hardware, will they talk about PS4 Neo? Yeah, yes, they probably will. Are they going to talk about PlayStation VR? Yes, they probably will. Are they going to talk about a price cut? Who knows? And then Michael just wrote, PS Vita is dead! And, that's not something they have to announce because everyone already knows it, but...
Somebody should tell the folks at Kinda Funny then.
Ooh. There's a lot of things that people need to tell the folks at Kinda Funny, but I don't think anyone wants to be that person.
Sounds like you're volunteering, John.
Yeah, I was just making a joke about the PS Vita. John's just going harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Kinda Funny will remember that.
Taking the gloves off. Mike Casamano.
Hello.
How are you feeling about the Sony press conference?
I have an easy one right off the top of my head, an easy prediction.
Sure.
Full Throttle Remastered.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
What's the LucasArts game that they're remastering this time? Probably Full Throttle, right?
I could have sworn they announced that already. Did they? It might have made like a reference to it or something.
Was announced most recently, I think.
Day of the Tentacle's out.
Yeah, it came out.
I could have sworn
it was the one that they were talking about the most recently. You could be right.
Yeah, I could have sworn they at least made some sort of reference to it.
Time
but either
to
way,
look
sure.
into this. Yep. All right, they already remastered it. Shit.
Full Throttle?
Yeah, no, they already confirmed it. All right, well then let's look at what else we have in terms of they'll have a new one, right? They'll have a new remastered version of some classic Tim Schafer game.
What's left?
They haven't done a Monkey Island one. I mean, they
But
haven't
that's
done a
not
Monkey Island
Schafer.
one for consoles.
Isn't that Ron Gilbert?
No, he co-designed Secret of Monkey Island.
But still, I feel like they would have to bring Ron Gilbert in. And Ron Gilbert is still specifically being like, hey, could someone please sell me my fucking IP?
Yeah.
So
Ron Gilbert doesn't always play well with others.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of look. They might have just done all of them. Shit, I thought I
think
thought
Full
I had
Throttle's
one
gonna be it.
teed up for you, boy.
I mean, it'll
Nope.
be there. It'll be there, and they'll announce it.
Yeah.
But it's known quantity.
No, I mean I don't know what's left that they could do. Brutal Legend, no, never,
No, God, no.
never in a million years.
Mm-mm.
And Psychonauts is going to be a PS2 on PS4, so I don't think they're going to do a remaster of that.
I mean, they could bundle a a remastered version in with whatever Psychonauts 2 ends up being.
Sure.
Yeah.
And hell, they're going to talk about Psychonauts 2
Oh,
They could, yeah.
at Sony. Because they're going to
Rhombus of
also
Ruin,
talk
maybe?
about. Was that?
The Psychonauts VR game.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
they'll
Other
also
new
talk about the VR
Psychonauts.
game.
I expect that's what we see at Sony. If we see Psychonauts is the VR game, not Psychonauts 2. Because I think Psychonauts 2 can hold its own and its own press release on either somewhere else, either at E3 or not.
Well, I don't know.
Sure.
If you want to show that game off on a stage, seems like Double Fine has a pretty solid relationship with Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like
Yeah.
the time and the place to do it.
Yeah.
They could just do both. They could. I mean, especially because I feel like Psychonauts 2 is the bigger deal, so they'll talk about Psychonauts 2, and then they'll also be like, hey, guess what? We have this other separate game for PSVR. Make sure you pick that up. Hey, that kind of
Definitely.
thing.
I bet you can probably get all three of those things, like a Psychonauts Remastered, Psychonauts 2, and then Rhombus of Ruin, a $6 bundle. I think if you pay them $6, those are the three games you get.
Maybe.
But in terms of the rest of this stuff, I mean, what's their hashtag building the list game for this year, right? What's their big thing they can hang their hat on? Because Sony has done that since 2013. They've had a big thing. They've had something that they can just smack Microsoft with. Because they close the press conferences. They have the last word, so they've always had that crazy thing. Nowhere more crazy than 2013 and 2015, obviously, when they did the press cut, used games, rope-a-dope, and then they dropped the three big announcements last year.
Skate
But
4.
they've like a vampire. Adam Boyes and Geo Corsi have sucked all the joke video games out of NeoGAF. What's left, right? What do people still joke about at E3?
Half-Life 3.
Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe.
There's no way they'd get that.
If anyone gets it, it might be Microsoft, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that announced at Microsoft or Sony, because Call of Duty switched midstream and they said, "Oh, we're at Sony stuff now." Like, but I don't know if I would hope Rockstar 2K knows they don't have to do shit. Like, wait till this is all over and then just throw a paper plane off a building that says Red Dead Redemption 2 is real and the internet gets it in 10 seconds. So, like, why do this on a Sony stage?
Yeah, so I feel like Sony is a hard one to crack. And I feel like I'm going to show up to the convention center tomorrow and they're going to have like this big banner for like fucking Half-Life 3. I'm going to be like, oh, of course. This is the thing that they're going to announce.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Or I won't be able to see anything from my fucking perch and I'll just look like a goddamned idiot. Yeah, I don't know. Sony, I don't give a hot shit about Destiny. I should play that Taken King. I think we see gameplay for Final Fantasy VII. Like, I think we see an area of the game, not just the battle system.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's how they open the show, actually.
Alright.
God, Last Guardian. I don't know that they need to show anything else, but they probably should, just in case.
Yeah. Alright, Michael.
Hello there.
How are you feeling about Sony's press conference?
The same. Like, after you're done with, like, I assume this last year, but I assume PSVR will be a chunk of the show. Like a good, maybe even half hour.
I mean, if they're new PS Vita, it's like
that.
when they just stop everything and say, okay, time to just catch up.
Yeah, and here I imagine that's like 30 minutes of demos, maybe even longer. Like, if you want to sell that thing and you want to like really message hard, a stock PS4 plays this. Here it is. Here's the price. Here's when it's available. Here are the games you want to play for it. To get all that messaging across, and like, oh hey, all PS4 games are playable in this, and this is how it works. Like, you have to get that message clear and concise, and it has to be clean. Like, all of it has to be like presented very clearly, and then you have to show a bunch of games for it. Like, you can't say, here's a new peripheral. I don't know, you want it? Like, you can't do that. It'll be the vitality sensor. Nobody will want it. It'll be like, I don't want to test my heartbeat. That's dumb, Nintendo. You're right. Like, Sony has been hearts and minds the past couple years, and sometimes that works, and sometimes I think last year they bit off more than they could chew.
Yeah,
like,
I think one of those three big reveals comes back to bite them in the ass.
I think...
Guess what? It's going to be
Shenmue.
Yep.
I think it's possibly all three do. In some capacity. Like,
I think The Last Guardian turns
Guardian
out fine. I think Final Fantasy VII isn't as good as people remember it being, and is thus less open to reinterpretation. And I think Shenmue...
With Final Fantasy VII, I definitely agree that it is nowhere near as good as people think it is, but there is nothing they can do with that remake that is going to satisfy people. It's either people are going to be either upset that they changed too much, or that it's too similar to the original. Like, there's whichever way they go with it, people are going to be pissed. Like, when they announced that it was going to be broken into 3 games, people were losing their minds. Like, when they first showed the battle system, people were losing their minds because it was different to the original one. Like, there's nothing they can do with that game that is going to satisfy people.
I think the majority of video game players who remember Final Fantasy VII, I think the majority of them will buy that, and as long as it's a decent game, won't mind. I think what you're talking about is probably more like people who post a lot on the internet, and you're right. Like, those people are going to be upset. But like, my point is, like, if Last Guardian doesn't come out this year and isn't good or is just mediocre, I put that down as like, like, great. Like, you spent how long? You took an entire first-party development team. Sure, they made Knack, but you take them and you put them on Last Guardian, and it still takes this long, and it's still this mediocre. I think you're right about Final Fantasy. It's not going to appease everyone. It's 3 different parts. Like, unless you come out and say, hey, $60 you get all 3, it's just going to take a while. There's no way to, like, make those people happy. And then Shenmue is a forklift simulator. So, like, you fail on all 3. And even if you deliver on one, like, let's say Last Guardian blows our minds, Like, I still think you fail on the other two. And combine that with this feeling I get every time Sony conferences happen for at least the last 2 years. Yo, where the first party games at?
Mm-hmm.
Where they at? Where'd they go? They were there at launch, and then they're gone. I don't know what happened, and I don't know where they're at. I guess they're all PSVR. Like, I really... It confuses me a bit. And unless the show is fulfilling those promises they've made the past couple years and kind of showing why... And it's a little different now because a lot of people have bought PS4s, but if Microsoft comes out with a Slim and says, here's something that's affordable, look at all these games, you can only play it on this, or PC, and then you have the looming guillotine that is Nintendo NX that could be anything, how do you convince people to then upgrade to a PS Neo or buy this peripheral? Like, how do you do that? And then also convince them that, oh, there's a reason to buy a PS4. It's not just this headset. It's these fucking awesome games. Like, where is all of that? And I don't know where any of that is. I haven't known it for the last 2 or 3 years. And I want to see that. And I don't want to see it. Call of Duty, like, I can play that on any console. Destiny, I can play that on any console. Like, where is the reason to buy a Sony product beyond clever used game YouTube videos and Shenmue Kickstarter and the people at game trailers to fucking jump out of their chairs? Like, that stuff doesn't do that to me. I'm excited about that stuff. I'm curious about that stuff, really. But, like, where's the stuff that will make me, like, kind of go, oh, cool, that's there. Like, I don't see that. Gran Turismo Sport, like, cool, another holdover Gran Turismo until the real one comes out, and I'd still just play Forza. Like, where is everything? And that's what I think of when I look at this list is, yeah, Wild looks dope, but, you know, that doesn't really hold me over. So that doesn't get me excited to turn on my PS4. So
I'm
that's
just
my
curious,
thoughts.
like, what's the thing that tips the scales in Microsoft's favor? Because, like, it doesn't have to be a success on Microsoft's end. It just has to be one failure on Sony's. And is a major software failure really going to be enough when they have the kind of killer third-party support they have?
But what is, like, other than branding, other than, you know, like a PlayStation logo on Call of Duty commercials, like,
which
what?
you really can't discount.
No, you can't. But, like, it hasn't affected it has affected the Call of Duty player base, but not in an extreme way. You know, maybe it affected Destiny, like new IP. Like, it probably affects that. But from what I understand, the majority of Call of Duty players still play on Xbox, and that only shifted a bit. And, like, what third party support, sure, but, like, the games still come out for both consoles, and we don't see exclusive DLC windows like we used to. We're seeing, like, exclusive betas now, and sometimes they're only a month apart. So I just don't know how, from a business standpoint, or from even a marketing standpoint, I guess, like, I don't know what the bullet points for PS4 is this year.
Well, I mean, like, with the third-party stuff, it's a case of the narrative around both those machines started as the PS4 is more powerful. If you want to play third-party games, you get them on PS4. And
sure, yeah.
Whether or not that narrative is still true is a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
But even when it started, it was infinitesimal, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And, like, I'm not trying to discount that Sony has a huge lead and that will dictate all of this. Like, when I say Sony failures, I mean, like, they still have how many units? 40 million? Like, it's a drop in a bucket, but it's starting to really, like, make me wonder what is happening first party, because you mentioned it was Adam Boyce and Gio Corsi are fucking killing it. Third party relations. Where's the Sony push? Where's the organization internally? And I see it, like, in their updates, and, like, has the front end of PS4 changed since launch?
Nope.
Yeah, where is that? Same thing happened last generation. They're behind Microsoft, and this time they actually had a good thing
They started
happen.
out ahead, and
Yeah.
now they're losing steam.
They have
quickly.
they have a wonderful lead. Like, don't like this isn't like, oh, watch your back. It's like, hey, that little cloud of dust. Now that's actually Microsoft. Believe it or not. But it's weird that that's suddenly happening. And if they don't utilize the goodwill they have now, looking at like this list, like what happens to Sony if they do try to market like the next substantial upgrade, the Neo? Like what happens if they don't do that correctly this time? Like what happens if, like Oculus and HTC Vive, people look at more VR like, well, why would I buy that? Like people are pretty soft on VR, so what happens when Sony comes up on stage and says, VR, y'all? Like, I think they have. You said Microsoft has the most to lose. I think Sony has the most to lose. I just don't. I don't see what is that lose your mind moment in this conference again.
I mean, like, if we're talking like most to lose, then yeah, Sony, like literally, they have the most to lose. They have this crazy huge lead. But in terms of both of these conferences, based on what we know right now, based on like how I'm feeling right now, I feel like Microsoft is the one that looks the most promising,
right,
and could disappoint me the most. Sony, I'm like, okay, what are you guys doing this year? I'm kind of going in with a bit of a lowered expectation.
Sure. Well, I think the average consumer though is reverse.
Oh, sure.
So, I'm sorry if I took up too much time, but I've been down on Sony the last couple years. I think the Hearts and Minds stuff is really smart, but I want to see it fulfilled. I'm tired of being like, cool, Final Fantasy. All right, I'd rather check out that new one than this one I played multiple times and own on multiple systems. Like, great. So, yeah.
Definitely. So that was you. We talked to Kazumano. Niall.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
for me, I kind of agree that there isn't a ton of stuff that looks like it's going to blow me away, but I'm like in a weird position because I don't have a PS4 at the moment, but a good showing from Sony might tempt me to part with my money this year, because if they have a good showing and they cut the price on the base model, I might just pick that up, because they're starting now to produce games that are first party that I actually want to play. Like Uncharted 4 just came out, and before that really all they had was Until Dawn, and now you've got Persona is on its way, Danganronpa is going to be on that thing, and of course Detroit as well, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that in motion, because I thought some of the stuff they showed last year at Paris Games Week looked really cool. Like, that game has some great ideas, which I feel like you can say about every game David Cage makes. Will it have the writing to hold up, which maybe
it won't.
Probably not, but I'm still excited to see what that winds up being. I think Horizon and Wild could both be potentially show stealers for them, but other than that, I just kind of look at their lineup of what they're likely to show at the press conference, and I find myself being like, okay, but most of the stuff I'm most interested in that's going to be Sony exclusive is smaller stuff. And I do think we'll probably see some No Man's Sky at this too.
Right, yeah.
With the delay, so we might get a more substantial peek at that. I would hope they don't focus too much on Shenmue. I would hope maybe they don't even acknowledge it, because it sounds like that thing is a mess. I was going to say that I thought Allison Road might be trotted out, but they just literally cancelled that like 15 minutes ago at the time of recording. So I think that's a spot in their press conference now that's been kind of blown wide open for me, because I thought they might trot that out. I think they will spend a decent amount of time on VR. I can't see them announcing anything majorly new that's going to like break break the news sites. Like, I don't think we're going to hear what Kojima's game is. I don't think we're going to hear any major third-party thing that they've locked down, because
You think Kojima shows up? You think he walks out on stage?
I think he
and
walks
says,
out
"I'm
on stage.
excited to be at Sony."
Yeah, I think he walks out on stage.
I think they show concept art.
But I don't think we'll find out what it is. I don't think he tells us.
Do you think he walks out on stage and says, "I'm glad you have all been ashamed of your words and deeds. Now we can begin"? You think he says something like that?
He walks out in a quiet cosplay, like I told you.
Oh, you've been reading my fan fiction.
Mm-hmm. He walks out, just looks at the audience, and he just says, "And now the healing can begin," and that's it.
He walks out on stage, but it's behind him. Someone is pushing that pachinko machine, and he just plays it for 20 minutes.
Adam
This
Boys,
is what you get.
Adam Boys and Geo Corsi are just carrying a pachinko machine, trying.
They have to hold it the entire time he's playing.
Yeah,
they have to physically hold it.
They're looking at him lovingly, though. Like, they're so happy about it. Alright, as for John. There will be no John Wachowski Kickstarter. I can confirm that right now. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm excited for Horizon a lot. That game looks killer.
That is not exclusive, correct? That is both.
No,
that's Sony exclusive.
Yeah, it's first party.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
I'm still someone who is not really invested in VR, so it's so hard for me to give a shit about any of this when everything they've shown has been so rudimentary and so just tech demo-y. Give me something that makes me want to buy this really expensive device. I can't give a damn yet. I really can't. I've been trying for however many years now, since they announced the Oculus, and I just can't fathom a shit yet. I want to. I really want to. But just, I can't. I don't know. I'm still very happy just playing games on my TV. Once Oculus Touch or the HTC Vive becomes a viable thing to purchase that isn't gonna make me have to take out a loan, maybe then I'll give a shit about VR. But this PlayStation VR just, unless they sell it for $200, which they won't, which they can't, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. But at least not yet. They're gonna have to really wow me.
I think $200 is what that thing comes in at. $250.
Alright.
I don't think that's more expensive than the base price of the console. I think that would ruin it.
We'll see. Alright, so Square Enix.
I don't even know when that press conference is.
It says here... Oh, Square Enix doesn't have a press conference this year.
Okay.
But, I guess we could just talk about that real quick, because they're going to have a lot of stuff.
Then that's it for press conferences.
Yeah, that is it. But let's run down some of the bigger names real quick. For Square Enix, they're going to have Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're going to have Final Fantasy 15, they'll have Dragon Quest, but that might be at the Nintendo booth, because that's going to be that Dragon Quest 3DS game. They got Kingdom Hearts 3, they have Deus Ex, which they're going to actually have a stream before E3 for Deus Ex.
I would assume that if they don't have their own press conference, Deus Ex and Final Fantasy 15 will probably show up at Sony or Microsoft's as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
They have I Am Setsuna. They'll probably keep talking about Hitman because they're still putting out episodes for that, and that's doing pretty well for them. And someone wrote Tomb Raider on here again.
I wonder if Kingdom Hearts will then show up at Sony.
It could very well.
Maybe.
Could, yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I can see that.
Does I'm just gonna say, does anyone have anything particular to mention about Square Enix, or shall we move on?
Oh, I don't care about anything they're doing if they're not making a Tomb Raider, because I like Rise of the Tomb Raider a lot. Just this list is not doing it for me. I want Deus Ex to be good. They've shown that they've been really tone deaf in terms of that game's themes. Did you guys see the bathroom with here's the bathroom for Augs, here's the bathroom for regular people? It's oh.
Not a good time for that, y'all.
Process your ideas.
Oh, process like a cyborg would, huh? Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to Square Enix. Okay, so we have Nintendo. The only thing without a question mark next to it is Zelda.
No, Pokemon's going to be on the Treehouse stream.
I was gonna say, yeah. We know for a fact that Zelda will be the only game playable on the floor, but we also know that Nintendo is going to be showing Pokemon Sun and Moon and Pokemon Go on their stream. So that doesn't count out them showing off any other game on their stream. So they'll probably card out Paper Mario Color Splash, Monster Hunter Generations, and maybe there are other mobile games.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Yes. But yeah, maybe they'll show off some of their other mobile games, like their Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem ones.
But other than that, I would not hold your breath about anything else.
There will not be an NX at this show. Don't worry about
it. The big rumor is that they're going to unveil the NX at Tokyo Game Show. So
that seems accurate.
Yeah, sure. All right. Here is what we have listed for everyone else. We have Warner Brothers Montreal, a new DC game. From Hangar.
Sorry, I just wanted to add that's based on, like, there used to be old rumors that whatchamacallit, the guys who made the other Batman games were making a Silver Age Batman game, and then then they just made that third one.
Sure.
And then there have been rumors since that someone has been making a Justice League or Superman game, and there's still the rumors of so that's kind of all those rumors combined.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, Warner Brothers is at E3. They must have something, right?
Yeah. So I know that later down the line they have something else. So
I'll just mention it. It's been like 99% confirmed that Injustice 2 is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, Ed Boon has been basically tweeting about it for the past couple of days. So they're going to show Injustice 2.
He cannot help himself.
Nah, dude has no self-control, and I love it. Got Mafia 3, Yooka-Laylee, Telltale's Batman game, Persona 5, Dead Island 2, Yakuza 6, maybe Gearbox will talk about Borderlands 3. I mean
they've
probably
they've said it's in development, so
yeah,
maybe like an animated teaser or something.
Duke Nukem as a playable character.
We'll see.
Cool, kill me now.
Civilization 6.
No.
Fortnite's
still alive.
Yeah, people are playing that game right now, probably. Let It Die, Neo, and then with question marks here is a new Saints Row, and there's been a bunch of rumors going around about Resident Evil 7.
Ugh.
So I guess right now we will just real quick, we'll go through and mention what on this list excites us, and maybe mention some other things off the top of our heads that we would want to see at the to kind of wrap it up at the conference. So let's start off with Mike Casamano. What do you like on this list, and what do you want to see?
I want to see Red Dead 2.
Okay.
Like at the top of I fucking love spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
I love them so much. I want to play a Red Dead video game on a console or a PC that I own in my house. It can be a new one. It can be a port or a remake of Red Dead Redemption. Michael, it would be Red Dead 3. I know you're typing Red Dead 2 in the Google Doc. Yes. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Corky's Delicious Meals. Yeah, Corky's Delicious Meals is definitely going to happen.
No, totally. I bought like a ton of fucking bacon. Spoiler alert, I'm going to eat all the bacon before you guys get here.
Oh, Christ.
It's all my bacon.
Bacon and lemon vodka.
Oh, we should go on York and get some of those street cart bacon wrapped hot dogs. We should do that.
Good.
No.
That sounds good.
They're really good. Like that's like
good.
a Los Angeles thing. Yes,
boy.
the John Machonsky experience confirmed for E3.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
We have to go back to that Denny's.
Mm-hmm. That'll just happen even if we try to or not.
Oh, the people I'm working for are like giving me expenses. I've never had expenses before.
Oh boy,
It's
Mike.
beautiful.
Mike,
I don't have to go to the Denny's.
Yes, you
do.
do.
You have to go to the Denny's?
Yes, you do.
I mean, like I can't fucking pay for your food.
Go to the Denny's.
I'm gonna probably end up going to the Denny's. I think
also
I don't.
Will Westwater is on this.
Will Westwater? No, he'll be there. I don't know what world Mafia 3 does not show up at this show.
Yeah.
I don't. Conversely, I don't know where Yooka-Laylee would show up. I don't really know.
Probably in like a reel during one of the conferences, just being like,
Right.
this is an indie game coming up on here.
Sure.
But yeah, that's not going to be anything big.
I don't think we see Batman unless. I mean, never mind. Telltale has a meeting room on the show, in the show somewhere. I mean, they did last year. That's not me letting anything slip. That's just like I ended up at Telltale last year. They'll probably be here again this year. They have games to show off. So maybe Batman, but I feel like we would have heard like more about that leading up to the show. Like it's not a surprise. We know it's coming. Persona 5 will be there. It will be at the Sony stage. Apparently I can say this on the record. I spoke with Deep Silver's Will Powers a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago. I literally have no concept of time at this point. He said Dead Island 2 is not canceled, and they would announce who it was. It's still on, you guys. Will it come out? Who knows? But
they're working on it right now.
Someone somewhere is working on Dead Island 2.
All right.
Which means I don't think it's going to be at this show.
Okay.
I'm just going down the list. Fucking Yakuza 6. Borderlands 3, yeah, probably. Like 2K has a booth. I've seen it. Injustice 2, you guys seem pretty secure about that. Again, Civ 6, 2K booth. I don't think Fortnite shows up. I think Let It Die has like a party. They have a concert. It'll show up somewhere.
Yeah.
I think we get gameplay on Sony's like highlight reel or whatever, along with Yooka-Laylee.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Nio? Is it like someone's weird way of saying Nile?
No, it's
I wish Nile was there.
It's that anime Geralt game. It's
What?
It's Dark Souls meets The Witcher meets.
They had that beta recently.
Meets like Edo era Japan.
It sucks.
It's apparently
it wasn't good.
It's apparently super hard and super fucking
sucks.
Janky. So
Sucks.
It's a Dark Souls ripoff.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, will it show up? Yes or no? Let me just grab this quarter real quick.
Yes,
heads
it
or
will.
Tails?
it will.
Heads.
Tails. Nope, not going to show up.
All right, there you
All
go.
right, well then, bye. All right, that game's canceled now. Who cares?
Out of
I mean, it's been in development since
list,
like 2003, so
whatever.
Out of all the games on this list, I want a video game based on the Batman 66 cartoon more than anything else.
oh, if that's what Telltale did, that would be fucking awesome. But
That is not what Telltale is doing.
I know, Mike.
They should though.
They should.
Do you
Michael.
bleed? Superman will remember that.
Michael,
Jonathan.
could you maybe say my real name?
No,
No.
Joe Nathan.
Jonas.
Yeah, like
All right. Anyway,
like Mafia
Go on.
3, I really am curious about because that seems to tie into Red Dead, which I guess maybe just tangentially and through like location names, but I'm curious about that game. I want to see what that game is. The first Mafia games weren't terrific,
No,
so I want to see them put some more effort into that. I don't know, like I want to see Persona 5, but it doesn't blow me away. I don't see why that would even show up here in full force. I bet the trailer's playing somewhere, and then that's a TGS thing.
It's going to be out by the time TGS happens.
True.
It'll be out in Japan.
Like I don't know. Like these all seem like neat games. None of them are send me in a tizzy. I'd like to check out Civ 6 and Injustice 2 seems interesting. Borderlands 3 would be if Borderlands 3 showed up somewhere. I think that would get me pretty hype. Because I don't stay hype. I get hype. I want to know what happens to Dead Island 2. It's like Vivendi trying to take over Ubisoft. It is just something I constantly kind of keep my eye on of what the fuck else could happen with that game. Like it's like Homefront: The Revolution, where just shit is falling apart around it, and there is someone somewhere trying to get it done. Some guy alone in a dark room with just a bare bulb on a string above him, and every now and again someone walks in and turns it on. It's just, him there with like a long beard, spider webs around him. They go, "Still working on it?" He's like, "Yeah." And they go, "All right, keep doing it." Like that's it has to come out.
Do you think Dead Island 2 is going to end with a semi-apology note like Homefront the Revolution did?
Now,
but like
now
it's just addressed to me. Dear Mike Casamano, we're sorry we took out analog controls.
Remember the thought that the first one had in it? We took all of that out, and now trucks don't fight each other like they used to. Yeah. Like
I remember hearing about what Dead Island was originally supposed to be, and apparently it was going to be like a Destiny type thing with like dailies.
Fuck.
That might have been better.
Would it have been?
No.
Back then, maybe not. Nowadays, maybe. Yeah, I don't. I think third party is usually where you get the like biggest surprises. Sometimes, so that list looks pretty weak to me. So I hope someone brings it. Because otherwise, it's a bunch of known quantities, and that's fine. But and nothing that like blows me out of the water.
Niall,
very excited for Persona. Definitely want to see some more of that. Mafia 3 looks like it's going to be actually good for the first time in that series. So, and it has a really cool concept behind it. So hopefully they do right by that. Is Sega even going to be there? Because Yakuza 6 is on this list, and I would love to see that. But are they going to even? Funnily enough,
from what I've heard, Sega is going to be in Atlus's booth.
Okay, so I guess Yakuza is going to be in that booth then. I don't think we're going to see anything else from that list, at least, that really is going to excite me too much. I would love to see something on Danganronpa, but that's not going to happen. That's a TGS thing, if ever there was one. There's. I just hope whatever new IPs they come with are interesting. I hope Telltale maybe have something new that sort of pivots a little bit on their formula, because it is getting tired now. Otherwise,
now it's getting tired.
Well, did you play The Walking Dead, Michonne? Because that was pretty terrible. So yeah, I just hope that we see some new stuff as well that is exciting. Borderlands 3 could be pretty good. I don't know what they're gonna do with it if they do show it, but I would actually like to see Borderlands 3 where you can play as the characters from Tales. That would be cool if you could play as Loaderbot. That's what I want.
That would be neat.
That's what I want.
Fuck yeah.
They need to incorporate that really good writing, and
yes, they do.
That would be neat.
Yes, they do. We need
Tales from the Borderlands is the only good Borderlands thing.
The first one is okay. I like the first one.
Is it? Currently? Yeah. In 2016, right now, if I boot that game up and I play it, I'll think it's okay.
What game from that era would you probably boot up? Like, most of them probably don't hold up that well.
I don't know. I feel like Borderlands, like, as a shooter and as a thing that is written...
its writing has always been terrible, like, aside from Tales, but for the time it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I got my money's worth out of it. But yeah.
All right, let's stop talking about Borderlands.
Yeah,
please.
Let's.
I hope fucking Gearbox takes a page out of our book.
Yeah. But were you about to say Niall?
New Duke Nukem.
Fuck off.
Right. Let me just grab my quarter here real quick.
That's actually a legit rumor.
Is it?
What?
People think Gearbox is prepping for new Borderlands, new Duke Nukem, and I forget the third name of Gearbox IP. I don't know. I forget the third one. But those are the three games people think they have untitled.
Like Brothers in Arms or whatever?
Brothers in Arms is, yes, that's the third one.
They're going to announce a new Duke Nukem at the PC Gaming Show.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, great. Yeah, that show couldn't get any fucking worse until that happened. Jesus Christ.
I hear it was even worse to be in the room.
I didn't watch it, so.
No, we made Ryan do everything on that by himself.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no. If they announce a new Duke Nukem, you're gonna hear like a collection of like groans from the audience, but you're just gonna hear me just going like, "Oh no!"
Like in that exact weird ass tone.
I will loudly curse. I will just yell "fuck." We'll as loud
hear it
as
across
fucking
the country.
possible.
You're gonna be there, so yeah, we're gonna hear me going, "Oh no!" and then you're gonna hear Michael just "fuck." The walls will shake.
I'll pass by their booth, and every time that trailer plays, I will flick them off. Fuck that.
You pieces of shit! You're gonna stab them behind the parking lot or something.
Whoa, Jesus. No! I'm just gonna flick them off. Calm down.
Oh, okay. So Michael's not one of those.
I will not commit
violent.
Physical assault.
Okay.
Jesus.
Just
also,
mental.
Just to go back to what Niall said about Borderlands, I was kind of curious, like, what other games came out that year, and fucking Uncharted 2 and Arkham Asylum came out that year, so...
Well, alright.
John, what do you think about these games? Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited for Persona. I'm hoping that Injustice 2 learns from Mortal Kombat X, because Mortal Kombat X learned from Injustice and improved on that, so I hope that they just keep kind of building upon these formulas and become better and better games.
You know, I agree, because I fucking kicked your ass in Mortal Kombat X, so if Injustice 2 is like that, I'm good.
Sure. Alright. I'm a little excited for Let It Die. You know, like, Suda's last couple of games haven't really blown my socks off, but Suda's also actually been on record of saying that he's kind of had some developmental problems with his games, and that's why they haven't been super stellar. But I'm hoping now that Let It Die seems like something that he really wants to do, even though, you know, it's kind of a Dark Souls clone.
It's a Borderlands clone more than anything else. And I know it might be hard to see the difference, but when you play that game, it's like, oh, it's just Borderlands. Not Borderlands. Jesus Christ. Is it Borderlands clone? No, it's Bloodborne. It is just like, from the way that universe feels, the way that game plays, it's fucking Bloodborne.
I'm gonna really like this game. Okay. But, you know, I'm also excited for a new Red Dead. I'm curious about Resident Evil. I am the big Resident Evil 4 guy, and of course 5 and 6 don't even dare touch the majesty that is Resident Evil 4.
6 especially.
But,
6 is awful.
6 especially. Like, 5 is at least a good time with friends, but 6, oh boy. But, you know, 7 might be cool. Other than that, you know, I just kind of want to go with it. You know, I don't think this year is going to be too many surprises, because I think everything's going to be focused on hardware. And you know, I'm a big Nintendo guy too, so I'm no Nintendo. We know pretty much all the fighting games that are going to come out in the next bit. Danganronpa is going to be at TGS, you know, so everything is kind of in the future for me, or it's hardware, and I'm not really in the market for any new hardware right now. So, you know, E3 is going to be interesting, definitely, but for me, should we do the questions, or should we just end this? Do you think we're good?
I think we're
Do
good.
I mean,
We've been going for like 2 hours.
We asked for questions.
Do the questions.
Let's blow through them real quick.
All right.
Okay, let's just do some quick ones.
You can send questions to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. But remember, this is a special episode, E3 only, so your questions should be about normal things, like, is it John or Jonathan?
It's John.
Why doesn't John like tomatoes? What's wrong with tomatoes? What is he trying to hide?
Why
won't he
does
release
John
his tax
eat the craft
returns?
singles out of the package as a snack?
They're good.
But if you send us questions asking why John has terrible everything, you'll sound a little something kind of like this. Anonymous asks, with the existence and success of Splatoon, do you think Nintendo will incorporate more original IPs into the NX? I think they mean original new IPs.
No?
I mean, yeah, like 1 or 2. Like with
Yeah,
like with
I mean,
every
not
console.
more. But yeah, like 1 or 2.
They
This is
need
a really
something.
non-committal answer for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the Disney of video games, and if you hear Disney talk about IP, they talk about how their movies feed their IP and thus filter down to products on shelves and parks. And Nintendo's the same way. And when they need new IP, even if it fails, they need to try. So I want to see them experiment like they did with Splatoon or Wonderful 101. I want to see them, go out on a limb. But you're just going to see a lot of Marios. Don't worry about it. Shoeless asks, how fucked is Gearbox ever since Overwatch blew out Battleborn's already flickering candle?
Ooh. Are they fucked because this game came out and did this other thing better? I don't think so, because I don't think Battleborn was a great game to begin with.
Yeah, Battleborn just sucks.
I don't think it was helped by the comparisons to the much superior Overwatch or, like, genre mainstays like Dota, because let's be honest, Battleborn is a MOBA. So it's not really competing with Overwatch on the same level, but, on a very general cultural mindset, the two are sort of like sharing the same headspace. Are they fucked? No, not yet. I think by virtue of being so closely associated with 2K, does 2K own Gearbox? Do you guys know off the top of your heads?
I don't believe they do. So. I think Gearbox is independent.
Well, then they still have the support
of
a pretty major publisher.
Yeah.
And I think as long as 2K is pumping out Rockstar games, and like, the 2K series, they'll be fine. They can afford to take some risks on the people who make Borderlands. And the Borderlands games sell very fucking well. Mm-hmm. Now, I think if Borderlands 3 doesn't hit in the same way that the pre-sequel didn't, then we can start having these conversations. But I think the Battleborn franchise is the thing that is fucked, because I don't know that they can turn around a Battleborn 2 very easily, considering that this one didn't light the world on fire and would not have if Overwatch hadn't come along, but also by virtue of having to go up against a much superior similar product, they're not going to be able to sell another one quite as easily.
Agreed. Anonymous has a food suggestion, because when I made this post, I said, food suggestions, please.
And you didn't specify Los Angeles.
I think I did.
Oh.
But this person has just a general food suggestion. This is not a question. It just says, food suggestion, Hot Pockets because they're better than cereal. I mean, they're wrong, but...
What?
That's a neat suggestion.
Thanks for the feedback.
Thanks. Hot Pockets are dope. Don't worry about it.
The feedback.
I don't see why you have to differentiate. Eat cereal and then eat Hot Pockets. Celebrate life.
I mean, like, the breakfast situation during E3 is...
Survive.
It's weird and tough, because you got to be up early, and then we have like a half-hour drive into downtown, so...
Granola bars.
Yep. Everyone takes showers at night so we can just get out of here.
I already take showers at night. I'm a nighttime showerer.
That's what I'm doing right after I get off this podcast.
Clean boys.
Bloody Pinata asks, what are your hopes in terms of announcements surrounding the expansion/bolstering of the console brands, the Neo and the Scorpio? We kind of went over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went over that pretty well. Bloody Pinata also asks, what games are you hoping to hear nothing about? Like a possible shadowed cancellation. That's a good question. That's a dope question. Man, that's also kind of a mean question.
Yeah, it's mean, but true.
Everything Ubisoft announced last year.
God damn.
Jesus.
Going hard.
Geez, wouldn't it be lovely if South Park just...
Oh yeah, I take it back. South Park.
That first one sold too well.
I know, but
I don't need South Park. I don't need that to happen.
I hope EA just quietly, finally, just puts an end to their attempts to make a basketball game. I hope it's just done now. Because they've failed at it so many times. They've cancelled games in the past. Just, you can't do it. Just give up, please.
This next one's got delayed to, like, whenever. Yeah, I don't think I have anything like I have malice towards that I want to see go away. I don't think that new Dead Island 2 will be any good, and maybe they should have canceled it a while ago. But I'm still curious. I hope they can pull that one off. If this was last year, I would have said Homefront. So
yeah,
Shenmue.
Yeah, there you go, Shenmue. Fuck that game.
Yeah.
Last
More like
card.
Shen Poo, if you ask me.
Ooh,
my opinion.
Jonathan Moo. Horror Errors finishes us off
Finally.
by saying, yeah, someone should. My chair just popped. Which celebrities would you like to embarrass themselves live on stage this year? What shambling corpse of an old series do you want to see Sony revitalize this year? I'm bad at thinking of good questions.
Those are good questions.
Yeah, we did the second one, kind of. Mike brought that up. So
No, I mean, like,
the
this is sort of a different question, because, like, which one do you want?
Yeah, so let's do these in order. Which celebrities do you want to embarrass themselves on stage this year?
Jamie Kennedy and Mr. Caffeine.
They have already done both of that, and Mr. Caffeine is not a celebrity. Don't even. Jamie Kennedy's also not a celebrity. Let's not do that.
All right.
Nick Cannon.
Oh no,
Is Nick Cannon a celebrity still?
He's married to one. John Taffer.
He is incapable of embarrassing himself.
It's true.
Coming to Sony platforms, the Super Butt Funnel.
Bar Rescue the game.
By
Fuck
Telltale.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck.
100% of players shut it down.
It's made by the people who made City Skylines. It's a management.
That's not a bad idea.
It's a management sim.
That's not a bad idea at all.
You're pushing my buttons. You're pushing my
So
buttons.
I'm so excited.
Like the fucking the intro animation is just like the glass getting slit at the screen.
Stop. Fuck. I want that so badly now. I'm going to think about that too much.
Yeah. All right.
Shit. And then we didn't really answer that first question, so let's move on.
Good enough.
What shambling corpse of an old franchise do you want Sony to pull out on stage that isn't Crash Bandicoot? Boom. There you go.
Medieval.
That is a shambling corpse. You're right.
Please. I want it so bad.
There's a new Oddworld game coming, isn't there?
Yes. There is.
Okay. Speaking of shambling corpses.
Parappa.
Nice one.
Shambling corpse, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Metal Gear Solid.
Stop. That body isn't cold yet. Come on.
You're right, it's
Pachinko machine.
It's
that
a
fucking body
it's
is
a vibrant,
fucking a skeleton.
healthy franchise. It's huge in Japan in the pachinko parlors.
Rest in health. See, that's a callback.
Yeah, nice.
I know. I mean,
Jokes.
it's going to be. It seems like it's going to be Crash Bandicoot, and
Yeah.
When they announce Duke Nukem, I'll be the one cursing. When they announce Crash Bandicoot, I'll be the one going, "Oh, you idiots!" That'll be me.
They're not doing
don't worry
Crash
about it.
Bandicoot because them putting Crash Bandicoot in Uncharted 4 was them saying we're never going to make Crash Bandicoot.
Thank God.
Well, that was Naughty Dog saying that, so
Shut up.
never know.
That's it for questions. That's it for questions. You can send normal questions to our normal podcast by sending emails to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can send questions anonymously, or you can have like a username on it with like a cool little icon to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. If you put a backslash, it'll probably forward to the right site anyways, right? Isn't that how the internet works?
I don't know. Anyway.
Yep.
Actually, hold on.
We'll do it. Oh, what?
Hold on real quick, gang.
Okay.
In the matter of this podcast, I have already been regulated with some new information I can't share. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Wonderful.
in the process of this podcast.
All right. Cool.
I just sent you another question we have to just do real quick.
All right, hold on. Let me reopen the page.
Okay.
Talk amongst
What are we
yourselves.
getting at Burger King? Dude, Mike, fucking chicken fries, my man.
You gotta get a long burger.
I haven't been to a Burger King in so long. Big breakfast.
Good news. Guess where we're eating exclusively?
Listen, Mike.
You know what? I'll try a Whopper. I don't think I've ever had a Whopper.
No, that's not what you want at the fucking Burger King. I know it's like their signature burger, but that's not like... It's just like wide. It's just like a wide burger, right? If you want like...
You get a long one.
Yeah, you want a long burger. Actually, let me check the Burger King coupons that we got right now.
If you want a long burger, zip.
Oh, John, I'm going to say the best thing you've ever heard in your life.
All right, hit
Chicken
me.
fries and large classic fries, $3.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, my dude.
There's some
Let's
really
wrap
good
up this
deals in here.
podcast.
There's some really good deals.
Let's wrap
All
up
right,
this podcast.
there will be a Machonsky experience. But yeah, that should do it for this episode.
Experience.
Oh, thank you. That should do it for this episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. Mike, thanks so much for guesting.
John Machonsky, yeah, no problem. I had a good time. See you guys during Game of the Year.
Oh my god.
Game of the Year. It's right around the corner now. Game of the Year.
We're halfway there. We're fucking halfway there. But yeah, please check the site every day this upcoming week for
we will have news up every day starting Sunday. There will be news, podcasts, maybe video, depending on how quickly we can edit and upload stuff.
Yep.
There will be stuff for at least a week until we get on planes again.
Yeah. Everyone is going to be working around the clock on this stuff, so put some eyes on that prize.
You can watch people watching streams anywhere, but if you're at work and you can't watch stuff on Monday, you can just sit there and F5 the shit out of our page, and then the site will go down.
Yeah. Make our site crash. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
That way I won't have to do any work.
You know what, guys?
What?
Yep.
You can go to e3insider.com, during E3.
Why would I do that?
You could maybe go to e3insider.com and just see what's happening.
Nah.
Maybe in the video sphere.
Why would I?
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
Oh, do they post videos during the show?
They might.
Oh, cool. If only we knew someone who had first-hand information that could
that's
properly plug
it would
this
be great
or something.
if we could get some insight into that process.
Yeah.
But that is a mystery to us all.
Yeah. Where's Kensha Hall? I hope that's a video.
I got some bad news for you about Kensha Hall, Michael. It's a parking lot.
What? No.
Oh, rest in peace.
Kensha Hall.
But yes, and I'm gonna say it again. Thanks to everyone who helped make this happen. Holy shit, we're going to E3. Holy shit. But yes, thanks again, and we will see you next week with a regular, technically next week, but you'll see us eventually with a regular episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. Thanks so much for listening.